Well, another wet day, at least to start here in central and eastern Kentucky. In fact, the majority of the rainfall, heart and center of the bluegrass, front and center, that is, right through the heart of the bluegrass along I-64 down south. Not as much, and that's going to be the trick here over the next day or so. I think the farther south you go, the less rain you'll see. It's going to be featured across the northern half of the state. But the story really is the unseasonably mild air with the spring-like feel staying put. In fact, it's going to get even better. Record highs could be challenged on Friday, but more unsettled weather with some consistent rain and storm opportunities. That's definitely going to be around here in the coming days. Looking good, Viper radar. Everything's quiet. That front is well to our north. That is a focal point for rain and some stormy weather, especially through parts of Illinois. The morning rain moved out, and once it did, yes, we were left with some cloud cover, but at least that allowed temperatures to moderate somewhat with that south to southwest wind. See a lot of severe weather with number of severe thunderstorm warnings through parts of Illinois, about to move into west central Indiana. We'll see some additional rain, I think, a little bit later on tonight. Checking out Mount Sterling in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse, 63 there. So feeling pretty comfortable area-wide. There you go, Jackson County near McKee at the Mesonet site. Clouds breaking up a bit. See a bit of sunshine there. There's a southwest wind at about 10 to 15. So most locations into the mid-60s. So we are 25 to 30 degrees warmer than this time yesterday along I-64. A good 15 to 20 in some spots down south. You can really pick out where that front's located. It's 72 in Evansville, 44 in Indy on the north side of the front. So everything's going to develop and ride along the front. And as that happens, some of that eventually will drift down into northern Kentucky and possibly as far south as the I-64 corridor later on tonight. So that's why southern Kentucky should be in good shape. But notice as we get through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning, could be another wet commute. Down south, you're good. And then as the day wears on, the activity is much more scattered as the boundary possibly drifts as far south as, say, Williamstown and Flemingsburg. Because our futurecast, look at that, it only has temperatures there in the low to mid 50s, and then you skip down to the 64 corridor, and we're around 70 with low 70s down south. Most of the area, if not all of it, will be in good shape. But with the ongoing threat of some moderate to even heavier downpours from Owen County running all the way over to Mason and Lewis counties, there's a flood watch for those areas until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon because of the rain. Now tomorrow night, some additional rain and storms may head our direction before we see a front get closer, thus the higher chance getting into Thursday. And you notice the severe threat, it's level 2, well to our west, but notice how the level 1 curves right up along the I-64 corridor here. And really the main threat with this tomorrow night is going to be some larger hail, maybe some damaging winds. And again, the overall threat's super low, but it's still out there, so just something to keep in mind because this low is going to be moving eastward and this front sliding our direction. Southwest wind ahead of it, mid-70s, but then the front kind of buckles to the north. We stay in even warmer air, and notice how it's mainly dry. So Friday, record high here in Lexington, 77, set back in 1973. We're going with 78, mainly dry. So we stay well above the curve with our afternoon highs. Yeah, we're going to back it down a little bit, it looks like, on Sunday. But Friday at this point looks fantastic. Saturday, a different story. Here comes the low and a legitimate front. Have to watch for the potential of maybe some strong to severe storms. You get that warm this time of the year, that's usually on the table. So just keep that in mind. And the little trough, maybe a shower or two, but the model data trending drier for that Sunday, Monday time frame, which is good because we still have that gradient, less rainfall amounts down south, but along 64 northward, a 2-3 inch plus rainfall over the next 4 or 5 days. That obviously could create some additional minor flooding issues there. Scattered showers, again, mainly north. 56 overnight coming up tomorrow, mild. Scattered showers and storms, especially primarily here in the bluegrass and points to the north in the extended forecast there. Those temperatures are going to feel great, especially when it's not raining. I think Friday is going to be the best day. Very low end chance, upper 70s. late spring-like here, and then more rain and storms Saturday. Don't forget about the time change. Daylight saving time arrives 2 a.m. Sunday morning as we spring forward with the clocks going forward 1 hour. And as mentioned, looking a little better for Monday and Tuesday. Low-end shower chances and afternoon highs in the low 70s.